I will now be demoing the entire application flow. So the left app will be running the staff account and the right app will be running the tenant account. First, let us log in as the staff. This is the staff dashboard. We can create a new tenant account. So let's just call this demo sing hell. And we can give it a store name as well. And we will be using a real email address. And let's just create a new account. So once the new account has been successfully created, we can log in as a tenant. So this is the tenant dashboard. On the staff side, we can finally create a new audit for this new store. So this is the checklist, which consists of non-F&B checklist and the COVID-19 checklist. We can check all the questions for convenience, or we can uncheck them as well. We can also swipe right for any not applicable questions. And we can also add pictures and remarks for any non-compliances. So we can actually use a camera function here. Hello. Or you can also add a picture via attachment, and you can type in a remark here. And for every non-compliance, it is mandatory to type in a remark. You can also change the deadline. By default, it is set to 1 week. So you have the option of saving a checklist if you are unable to complete it at the current time. So to view your saved checklist, you would come to this screen and you just swipe right and you will see the saved checklist. If you want to delete the checklist, you can long press and you can delete. But let's just continue with this checklist. And since we're done, we can submit. Now that the audit has been successfully submitted, we can view the new audit here. And as you can see, this was the audit that was filled earlier. On the tenant side, the tenant will receive an email stating that they have a new audit that is ready for viewing. So if they are already logged in, or if they haven't, they can open the app. They can pull down to refresh, and you will see the new audit as well as a notification here. They would be able to click on this notification to check the to view the new audit. The tenant can also upload any rectification images remarks. As you can see, this was the photos that I added previously. So the tenant is able to request for extension, or they can add in a remark, and they can also add images if they would like to, and they can submit for approval. The staff would receive an email stating that uh, the, the tenant has submitted some rectifications. So on the staff side, if they refresh, they will see the new notification. If they click on this, they would go straight to the line item that was rectified. So this was the question that was rectified earlier. So they can check the status. And as you can see, the remarks has showed up, and this was the image that I added previously. Another way to access the rectifications would be to go straight to the audit, come to the question, and you would be able to see the rectification as well. Or if there's too many questions, you can filter by non-compliance or compliance. Now that the staff has deemed this non-compliance to be rectified, they can approve the rectification, and then the staff would be notified, the tenant will be notified. As you can see, the email has showed up and it says that it has been rectified. And you can see that the non-compliances has increased to 50%, the non-compliances that were fixed. And on the tenant side, we can also view this notification. So that is it for the entire audit process. So if let's say an audit has been fully rectified, so let's say if I approve this as well, so now that the checklist has been fully rectified, it should disappear from the dashboard, and if we refresh on the tenant side, it should disappear as well. And we can now view past records, past audits, and this was the audit that was just rectified. On the staff side, we can also see that the audit has been rectified here. Although they failed the audit, they have rectified the non-compliances. So the graph on the dashboard is the graph for the average scores of all tenants across all institutions. And we can change the time frame. And in this screen, we are able to see the average scores for this particular institution, which is SGH. Or if we go to Changi General Hospital, they do not have enough data, so there's no graph here. And if you click on a tenant, you would see the average score for this tenant only. For the audit export feature, we can come into this active audit, or we can go into any audit. For example, we can go into the newest audit that was done, and we can click on export to email. We can click on this icon to export to our email address. We come here to check our email. We will see that the audit has been exported as a Word document, and the scoring has been done, and you can also see the non-compliance images and the rectification images. So let's say the tenant has completed the tenancy. We can delete the account from the database. So we just delete tenant over here. So that is all for the physical demonstration, and thank you for watching.